I recently finished playing one of the best indie platformer games ever made, Celeste. If you love platforming games, this is a must play. But even if you're not into the genre, Celeste might still surprise you. At first, it may look like just another pixel art indie game. But trust me, there's much more beneath the surface. It's a tight, challenging platformer with a powerful story, emotional depth, beautiful music, and some of the smartest level design I've seen in any game. In today's video, we're going to explore what makes Celeste so special. We'll break down the gameplay, the story, the design, and how it all ties into something bigger. Because Celeste isn't just a game about jumping, it's a game about climbing, not just a mountain, but your own inner struggles. Let's dive into it. Let's start with the core of the game, the mechanics. At its heart, Celeste is a very simple game. You can jump, dash in any direction, and grab onto walls for a short time. That's it. That's your whole moveset. But don't let the simplicity fool you. These mechanics are super polished. Every movement feels smooth, tight, and responsive. That matters a lot in platformers, especially one as challenging as this. The dash is your most important move. You can use it once before you need to touch the ground again, or grab a special crystal orb to refill it in midair. Timing your dash correctly is everything. The game builds on these basic controls to create incredibly complex challenges. New elements are added as you go. Things like spikes, moving blocks, wind, bubbles that launch you in a direction, and even sections with reversed gravity. Despite the difficulty, Celeste almost never feels unfair. Yes, you'll die a lot. I died hundreds of times. But each death teaches you something. You learn patterns. You get better. When you fail, it's always because you made a mistake, not because the game is cheap. And here's something really I respect. The developers added something called assist mode. In assist mode, you can adjust the game's difficulty in several ways. Slow down time, make yourself invincible, give yourself more stamina or extra dashes. This makes the game more accessible to players who might struggle with reflex-based games, or who just want to experience the story. And, importantly, using assist mode doesn't take anything away from the core experience. I didn't use it myself, but I'm glad it's there. It shows that the developers care about players of all kinds. Now, let's talk about the story, because this is where Celeste really stands out. You play as Madeline, a young woman climbing a mysterious mountain called Celeste. But this isn't just a physical journey, it's an emotional one too. Madeline is dealing with anxiety, fear, and self-doubt. As she climbs, she starts to confront parts of herself that she doesn't understand, or doesn't like. At one point, those inner feelings become real. A darker version of Madeline, known by fans as Badling, shows up. She's not the typical villain. She represents Madeline's own negative thoughts, her inner critic, the part of her that tells her she's not good enough. Throughout the game, Madeline and Badling clash. Sometimes they fight, sometimes they talk. But slowly, Madeline starts to realize that she can't just fight her inner self. She has to listen to it, understand it, and eventually accept it. The storytelling here is subtle but powerful. The dialogue is short and simple, but it hits hard. Characters like Theo, a photographer Madeline meets during the climb, add warmth and humor, while also helping her open up emotionally. The mountain becomes a metaphor, Each chapter represents a different struggle or emotional state. Climbing higher means facing harder truths. By the end of the game, Madeline hasn't fixed herself. She still has anxiety, she still has doubts, but she's learned to live with it. And that's what makes the story so real. It's not about becoming perfect, it's about accepting who you are. Let's talk about level design, because Celeste nails it. Every chapter of the game introduces a new mechanic or challenge, and each one feels fresh. Here are some examples. In Chapter 2, you explore the old site where Madeline confronts Madeline for the first time. Chapter 3 takes you through a collapsing hotel full of hazard. Then there is a chapter where you deal with strong winds and platforms that fall when you step. I hated the wind chapter. Chapter 6 is chaotic and unpredictable, reflecting Madeline's emotional breakdown. Chapter 7, The Summit, brings everything together, combining every mechanic you've learned. It's a masterclass in game design. The game teaches you how to play through its levels, without ever needing to stop and explain. You learn by doing, first in a safe way, then the difficulty ramps up. But it never feels overwhelming, because it's all built on what you already know. There are also optional challenges, like collecting strawberries. These don't change the story, but they test your skills. You can also unlock B-side and C-side levels, which are even harder remixes of the original stages. But all of this is optional. If you just want to play through the story, you can. If you want to master every jump, you can do that too. The game respects your choice. One more thing. The way music and visuals change throughout the game is amazing. For example, dark, tense moments are full of deep shadows and eerie sounds. Calm, peaceful sections are bright and filled with soft melodies. It's not just about gameplay, it's about mood. You feel that. You feel what Madeline feels. Let's talk about the soundtrack. The music in Celeste is composed by Lana Rain, and it's incredible. Every track fits the moment perfectly. Some are upbeat and fast, pushing you through intense platforming. Others are slow and emotional, reflecting Madeline's inner state. The music evolves as you move through a level. If the environment gets darker, the music shifts with it. It's dynamic. It makes you feel connected to what's happening, not just watching or playing, but experiencing it. And it's not just the soundtrack. The sound design overall is excellent. Little audio cues help you time your jumps or warn you about hazards. The sound of dashing, landing, even grabbing onto walls, it's all tuned to feel satisfying. Celeste creates a full sensory experience, using sight and sound together to support both gameplay and story. So, what makes Celeste so special? It's the combination of everything working in harmony. Simple but deep gameplay, emotional and honest storytelling, beautiful music and visual design, smart level structure and pacing. You can play it for the challenge or for the message, or both. It works either way. Every time you fall and try again, it mirrors Madeline's journey. Her persistence becomes your own. Her growth becomes something you feel, not just something you watch. And that's rare in games. That's something truly meaningful. Celeste isn't just fun, it's inspiring. If you've never played Celeste, I highly recommend it. Whether you love tough platformers or just want to experience a game with heart, this one is worth your time. It's about climbing a mountain, both physically and emotionally. And like Madeline, you might discover something about yourself along the way. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. It really helps the channel grow. And let me know in the comments what part of Celeste hit you the hardest, or what game helped you through a tough moment. Thanks for watching!